You are listening to the O'Brien and Bolt podcast. It's Thanksgiving, and that time once again when we call the Butterball Turkey Hotline, the 800 number that just gets used so much around Thanksgiving.
Hi,
Butterball
Turkey.
No better way to make your. I have a Bobby. Butterball Turkey.
Dolores, I got this.
So we have two people there at the Butterball Turkey Hotline.
Tina, thank you. Butterball Turkey. Betterball. Not Butterball. It's Betterball. We get confused a lot with
Betterball
people. No, we're Betterball.
Darn it.
Betterball Turkey. No better way. Turkey.
You know, I had Siri call, and that,
Well, we're Betterball, and that's part of the confusion that we've been running into for the last year and a half, the last 2 years since I bought the company in May from the old folks who I think you talk to every year just about. And so we're, my name is Herbert Huber, and I'm the new CEO, CMO, and head chef here at Betterball. That was Dolores. She's just had her 6-month review, so she is not a happy camper.
well, nobody likes to work around the holidays, I don't think. And
that's what we do, and that's what I tried to explain to her. I said, "This is what we do, Dolores. This is what we live for." So, right. I mean, yeah, I don't care what the minimum wage is. Anyway, how are you?
Well, I'm good. I'm sorry about the confusion. I thought I was calling the Butterball Turkey.
No, we're Betterball.
Betterball. Well, okay, so you're you compete with
Butterball. We've been under tremendous pressure here in the legal department, with the Butterball people because they don't like our name and believe it or not, it's not because it sounds a lot like Butterball. It's because they say it's false advertising and that it's not better.
Oh,
it's not.
I see. Well, how do you?
That's what they say.
Right. How do you say?
We can't win that case.
Uh-huh. Well, now let me ask you this, sir. How do you set yourself apart from Butterball? I mean, how are you? What do you offer?
They're huge, and they have turkey farm. We're a very small, locally run, shop globally, locally, whatever organization here, and we've only got. So this is kind of like. This year we had just 8 turkeys.
Just 8 turkeys?
Yeah, we didn't have a great year.
I see. I know. I wouldn't. I think it'd be hard to support your business.
And of the 8, we sold. I don't have my phone in front of me, so I can't look at that app, but calculator. We sold. We're about 50% right now.
I see.
But whereas Butterball, for instance, they're national. They sell probably 200,000. Mm-hmm. Maybe 500,000 turkeys every year.
Boy, it's a lot of turkeys.
And we're much more local, shop locally, think locally.
Yeah. Kind of small batch turkeys.
That?
Small batch turkeys.
Last year we had a petition to change Thanksgiving to the Saturday, which was the Small Business Saturdays, because we thought that we might be able to drum up some more business. And when you say the word drum up in the turkey business, you get a big laugh, let me tell you.
I bet, yeah. Well, I think I can hear a cat in the background. Is that a cat?
Well, yes, it is a cat, and the cat shouldn't be in the kitchen.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I mean, how does the health department...
Cat out of the kitchen, Dolores? Dolores, would you put the tissues down?
Dolores. So... What is it?
Walks around here with a box of tissue.
Mm-hmm. What?
Down, Tinkles. We've got just a litter of cats living here.
Uh-huh.
Of course, we sell turkeys, so they know what they like.
All right. Well, do you still get calls from those few people?
The hotline is the phone just keeps ringing off the hook. Should I wash my turkey first? Do I baste? What is basting? What actually is basting? What temperature do I start to eat it at?
Right.
Is it okay to not cook it all the way if you're really hungry? Can you just pull parts off that you think look cooked and eat that?
What is the most frequently asked question you get around Thanksgiving?
Well, probably
preparing a turkey
that we get is a lot of people are looking for all natural, all organic. What do we do? And I 100% can guarantee you that we do not. Our turkeys are given no antibiotics whatsoever in their food.
Good. Right. Very important.
Pardon me?
I said that is very important.
That's not to say we don't recommend that the people that eat the turkeys afterwards should. I don't have I mean, they should talk to their own physician, but we've had some people eat the turkeys and then get on prescribed antibiotics.
Okay, I see. So it's just a matter of precaution?
No, they had symptoms vary with different individuals. Everybody's created differently, and yet we're all equal.
Right. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Now, it seems like every year there's a new trend in cooking the turkeys. Sometimes, like there's a deep fried, there is the barbecue, the grilling, the splaying of it. So what's trendy this year? Is there anything new that people?
Well, no matter what you decide to do with your turkey, whether you download one of the recipes, I mean, if you Google a recipe, there's 1,000,001 different ways to prepare your turkey. We recommend boiling our turkeys first.
Boiling them?
And then, pardon me?
You boil the turkey?
Just to be sure, and then be careful. You don't want to wash the turkey off and then have a stream of water from your faucet could splash 3 or 4 feet. You don't want that water splashing onto the sink because there's a lot of pathogens that a turkey can carry, and these things will carry over. You get them on your hands or your feet.
Oh, yeah.
Pardon me?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I always wear a hazmat suit.
Well, that's recommended. These birds are dirty. They're mean. A lot of people think, gobble gobble, how cute that is, but they'll come after you for no reason, unprovoked.
Right. Well, before
it's like walking the streets in New York at 3 a.m.
Oh boy, it's tough.
With these guys,
the mean streets,
hanging around in their little clusters.
Sure, a gang. Well, before I let you go, here's a question for you. How do you know when the turkey is done?
Well, after you eat it, you go, that was pretty good.
Well,
you got to get it hot enough to eat, and then you can tell by the flavor and the moisture and just the smell of the turkey. And who doesn't like turkey and pumpkin pie and yams? Another question that we get that you didn't mention, that I'm going to mention, is the stuffing.
You're the expert.
Is the stuffing?
Can you hear me? I can hear you. What about the stuffing?
Well, you don't want to stuff your turkey before you when you put it in the oven. You want to cook the stuffing separately.
Right. I've heard that.
And so, pardon me?
I have heard that. Are you listening to me?
I am listening, but I've got to tell you, it's been a long couple of weeks here because this is the big build-up, and we're so excited to have it over with. We've got a big celebration planned here.
Well,
this is the annual Thanksgiving company picnic, too.
Well, good. Well, I know you've got to get back to your other calls and all, but so the stuffing, you cook it separately. Don't cook it inside the bird.
Yeah, and I wouldn't eat it on the same day either.
What kind of calls do you get after Thanksgiving, after the holiday's over?
Most of the calls we get are about leftovers. What do we do now with the leftovers? That's one of the questions we get. That's is gizzards. Is it gizzards or gizzards? Because it's spelled with a G, gizzards, but a lot of people think it's pronounced like a J, gizzards. What are you going to do with all the gizzards?
Gizzards, Sort of like GIF and GIF, right?
Gift and GIF.
Yeah.
One's like a digital photo, and the other one's a brand of peanut butter. So I don't know how.
So what kind of
advice?
Anyway,
pardon me?
No, what do you tell them about the gizzards?
Well, we say it's. We had a contest to rename them last year, and and the winner was going to get the biggest turkey we had, which at that last year was 5 pounds.
5 pound turkey.
We have more leftovers than Butterball.
You do. Now, why is that?
I don't know. So this year we came up with a mold, a turkey mold.
A turkey mold.
You put all the leftovers. Pardon me?
How does that work?
Well, you get an old. Let's say you had a can of cranberry. You put all the leftovers. You cram them in the cranberry can. Let it sit for a day. Maybe put it by the fireplace or on the hearth or something. When it's good and tight and solid, you get some tin snips, cut the can away, and then you've got like a cylindrical turkey gelatinous mold, and then we've got our turkey for julienning, a mandolin for julienning the turkey, and we do that. We put it over a salad or a bed of lettuce or something like that, and have a fun salad.
Wow.
So that's one of our tips, one of our suggestions. We get a lot of recipe calls. What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the two of us here that take most of the phone calls.
Wow. I imagine that you don't get as many calls for, turkey advice after Thanksgiving.
No, a lot of the time what we do is try to take off. We go, that's our vacation time, really.
Uh-huh.
We don't have time. If we have friends or family, we go visit them. We don't have any, but if we did, we would.
Uh-huh.
And then some of the time it's just answering other letters. Then we have to deal with generally, well, like this year, last year, our whole spring was taken up with legal matters and some issues that we had to even just to stay in the business.
Yeah,
seriously.
I see.
And because of some of the, we got a couple of questions about how disposing of the bones and whatnot, and that ended up in some confusion and a bad, I thought, dysfunctional garbage disposal, and some bone shards.
Uh-huh. Well, that could be very serious. Well, I want to thank you for being on the show today and for enlightening.
Temporary blindness.
Yeah, that's
temporary.
You don't want that around the holiday. You don't want that at any time.
And it was just the one eye.
Well, sure, but still, it's that's
not pleasant.
Well, makes
and I don't blame them.
Right.
For being mad.
It can make carving very difficult too. Yeah. Well, thank you, sir, for being on the show.
Oh, we've got lots more calls coming in.
Oh, good. Well, why don't you go take care of those? And
better ball turkey. No better way. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
You've been listening to O'Brien and Bolt, the podcast. I'm Michael O'Brien.
And I'm Geoff Bolt.
And our job is to entertain
as well as inform.
If you like what you heard today, please give us a big thumbs up on your source for
all your podcasts.
And you can find us on Facebook at O'Brien and Bolt. Thanks.